Hey everybody, this is one of my quick review videos, and if you're confused as to what this is, what you're watching, and why it's not a full reaction/review analysis video, make sure to click the first link in the video description below or the annotation up above my head, and that should answer all your questions about this new series. Hey everybody, let's talk about I Like You Too Much by Sonamoo. I actually love this track. When I first started listening to it, before I got to the first chorus, I thought that it was a little bit of a mishmash of ideas, a little bit of a mess, and one could still argue that it's exactly that, but to me, they do so many cool chord progressions, so many cool key changes throughout where they're changing like the tonal center of the track, they're changing the harmonic makeup back and forth and giving it like different modal kind of flavors in different places, and everything else with the songwriting and execution, even though it might be a tiny bit unfocused, a tiny bit disorganized as an overall concept, I thought it was really brilliant. It's extremely creative how they arranged it. It moves around harmonically, like I mentioned before. You know, it doesn't just stay in like one key and then have like a 3 or 4 chord progression like a lot of pop songs. And there's nothing wrong with songs that do that. There's plenty of great pop songs that utilize very simple chord progressions, but it's always nice and refreshing to hear things that move around a bit more like this track. The vocals and the vocal execution I really liked. I thought it was really good, except for maybe some little areas in the chorus where they sounded a little bit square singing it maybe. You know, when they're singing that characteristic important note of whatever mode they're in, that's the note that gives that mode its particular feeling or color, I felt like I was hearing that they were a little bit uncomfortable just like singing it, but it may have had to do with how they were bending up and down away from the note before and after they actually hit it. So it may have been a little bit more of an issue with the songwriting or how they were instructed to sing it rather than them actually not being comfortable with it, but it did come across to me as like a little bit shaky, a little bit uncomfortable. And the track overall, the instrumentation, the arranging, I thought sounded really cool. They used a lot of distortion, you know, like distorted guitars, some cleaner guitar parts, and even some distortion and some hard transients and like some of the synth parts and the other things in the background. But the song still, overall, you would never mistake it for like a rock track or anything like that. So it's actually really clever how they used that much distortion in the track, but it still came off sounding pretty much like a clean and clear pop song production-wise. The only thing I didn't really like production-wise were those like late 90s chirpy clipping distortion percussion sounds. You can hear those all over Christina Aguilera tracks and other tracks from the late 90s and American pop. I've been noticing that they're kind of making a comeback right now in K-pop, and I don't know if that's exactly a good thing because they were kind of annoying to listen to back then. It almost hurts your ears, and they're still the same way now. But they did use it a lot more judiciously, and it's not quite as like offensive to the eardrums in this track. So I'm actually really impressed with this. I hope people don't sleep on this song. I think it's really excellent, and Sonamoo's performance and execution of this track was also top-notch. Even the music video, although it's kind of strange and maybe a little bit of a cliche in the K-pop world, I thought was really nice. So I'll definitely be listening to this one for a long time. I think this is by far the best track that Sonamoo has ever put out, and to be totally honest, it's gotten me interested in the group again, when a lot of their previous tracks just didn't really catch my interest, didn't really catch my ear. So let me know in the comments section what you thought. Do you think this is a good kind of new direction for Sonamoo, or do you like their previous tracks more? Thanks so much for watching this quick review. Please like, comment, and subscribe. If you could share this video all over the place, Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, forums, all that stuff really helps me out, and I'll see you guys next time.